Hey Hornets, welcome back to KBTV. I'm Zoe Beiser.
And I'm Catherine Houston. Is it just me, or does it feel like forever since our last episode?
It's not just you, and we do have a lot to catch up on.
This year has felt really weird with COVID and all.
Yeah, with so many challenges, it might feel weird and overwhelming to have to stay on top of things.
It's so important to persevere through the year and know that all challenges will pass, though.
We have the second semester slump, a huge load of homework, and some masking protocols, and much, much more coming up next on KBTV. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because the chicken behind it didn't know how to social distance properly.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to, make things not awkward.
Well, it worked. But I don't think chickens can get COVID. Although humans can.
Yeah, but not if we wear masks, get vaccinated, and follow protocols.
McHugh Schneider, Donovan Ayer, and Christian Rivera tell us more on staying safe.
Here at Keeling Middle School, managing masks have never been a problem until lately, where we've had to employ a mask policy to ensure our safety. Here's what Ms. Oakes has to say about that policy.
I definitely enforce the mask policy. It's really important to me. I think it's something that we can all do to really protect each other. So it's a really nice community thing we can all do for one another. I haven't seen many problems inside the classroom. I think the main place I see problems is people in the hallways, just kind of forgetting when they're in transition. Masks either slip down or they take it down for a second. So I think maybe that's where we need to see improvement.
Principal Wilson is one of the people who made the mask policy. So let's go over to him to see what he has to say.
Well, I worked with the teachers in trying to create a policy, a protocol that we can follow at the school level. So if any students were not wearing their mask properly, we also have a learning component as well with that. So we have there's a lesson for students who are not wearing their mask properly and continuously, and they get in trouble for it. We also teach them the importance of wearing that mask properly, and we teach them about COVID and Omicron variant as well, because we want them to be knowledgeable and to know why it's important to wear your mask.
Our assistant principal, Ms. Jones, is most of the time in the cafeteria on lunch duty. But when she's not on lunch duty, she's walking around the halls, monitoring and making sure students have their masks worn properly. Let's hear what she has to say about managing masks.
So 98.5% of the time students are wearing their masks correctly. It's that 2% that we have to remind to keep it pulled up over their nose, mouth, and chin. I like the K95 mask the best because of the way that it fits, so it's not like pressing up against your face, so you feel like you can get more air in. The mask like this, it is a little harder to breathe when you move around, but I've gotten used to it, so it's not as bad as it was, but I'm looking forward to a day when we don't have to put them on.
What an informative segment.
I agree. Austin is still in stage 5, so we have to make sure that we follow CDC guidelines.
Yeah, hopefully now people will stay safe.
Yeah, maybe then COVID will go down and we can have fun again.
Well, we can still have fun in a pandemic.
Maybe.
Well, come on, there's lots of fun things to do. Like the school play.
How does that even work? With Omicron spreading so quickly, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they have a smaller audience?
Bringing us more, Sadie Stansbury and Joshua Scott.
Anything but you.
Since the arrival of students and staff after winter break, COVID-19 cases have gone up drastically, putting Austin in stage 5. The rise has affected communities everywhere, including Keeling's theater program. Many things have had to be changed, like the amount of people at each rehearsal.
So we were basically deconstructing scene by scene and only having people who absolutely needed to be there, which is hard because in theater, it's not a play, it's not a show without cast and crew, lighting, sound, costume, everybody. So we've just been taking it step by step.
COVID has done more than just make rehearsals harder for theater. Masks have made speaking to an audience way more difficult.
Before COVID, we didn't all have to get mic'd, so that, because a lot of the time, not only because my projection's not that well, but we had to get because our masks would muffle the sounds.
It's safe to say the pandemic has definitely put a strain on making a musical. With these extra precautions, tons of time has gone into still making Annie as amazing as ever.
Everything is new in some way. And to see people still putting in the same amount of effort that they would have if we were in a regular environment, or sometimes even more, is just amazing. We've all put in so much work into the show, and it's just so wonderful to see it come together.
Theater has had to face many challenges, but they are still the same thriving community Keeling has always known them as. With the first spring musical under their belt, nothing can stop them now. This has been Sadie Stansberry reporting for KBTV.
Thanks for such an intriguing segment.
Yeah, making a play in COVID-19 must be very hard.
Agreed.
But that's not all that's gotten harder. Homework has gotten very stressful lately. I know I've gotten a lot of homework.
Same. I think the important thing to do is to do it the day it's assigned.
Yeah, I should probably start doing that.
Let's just persevere through the school year. Giving us more info is Anish Sharma and Claire Mongoli.
From discussions about a healthy balance to arguments concerning work overload, outside assignments are a topic of much debate. Students' opinions about the value of homework are no exception.
It is important because you have to reinforce what you already learned at school so that you understand the topic and are ready for next class.
Despite its importance, many students find it challenging to focus when completing homework. Luckily, teachers have strategies to share when it comes to removing distractions.
I would find the quietest place in your house and turn the TV off, turn your phone off, and close all tabs.
Many administrators and staff agree that homework is essential to a student's academic success. However, assignments' content and length is always a subject of controversy.
I think that it needs to reflect what was done in the classroom, or there are times that you can also use it to just kind of give like a precursor to what's going to come and see how much you know already to activate your background knowledge.
No matter its value, classwork is prevalent in all Keeling students' lives. They have shown that through organization and dedication, anyone can master the struggle of homework. This has been Clara Mengele reporting for KBTV.
Wow, I had no idea there was so much more to homework than just, work.
Yeah, it turns out lots of kids struggle with a lot of homework.
Good to know we're not alone. I guess there's some sort of spike around this time.
I wonder why.
Yelzi and Anish Sharma tell us more.
School has been increasingly tough within the past year. After the period of online school, many students have a decreased motivation for learning. However, with the second semester hitting, energy and morale have been at an all-time low.
Made it really difficult through balancing the blend assignments as well as like the assignments we were given in our workbooks and knowing what to do and what not to do, and also not understanding the concepts. So it's been really stressful.
It's not just students that are having a difficult time. Teachers also have a tough job of getting students motivated, especially with the repeated testing.
I think the testing does provide good data, but if students are being tested too many times or having to do the same types of tests over and over, then it could definitely lead to a lot of fatigue.
Administrators are trying their best to make the best for students and are actively working to get learning back on track.
School is good and students are learning. It might be messy at times this year, but we're making progress.
Though the frequent testing has caused low energy and motivation for many students and teachers, school is still necessary, and many administrators are doing their best to help students. This has been Yale Xie reporting for KBTV.
Well, that's all for this episode, Hornets.
I'm Zoe Beiser.
And I'm Catherine Houston.
Thanks for watching KBTV.
Keeling's number one source for news and information. One source for news and information. Wow. That is my life.
Turns out that people struggle with it. So, who ruined this perfect segment?
Wow.